This hike was going great until we're back in Santa Barbara, California to explore more of the Las Padres National Forest. We're going to explore the San Ysidro Trail on San Ysidro Creek to San Ysidro Falls. Here is the map for the trail. It'll wind along the creek through multiple switchbacks, and we're gonna stop right about here. Here's the start of the hike. It'll begin on East Mountain Drive, and you'll see that sign for the San Ysidro Trail. And it'll be a 4-mile hike to the other side of the road, which is where the trail would end. You start right here, work your way up here to the falls, and then that's where the other side of the road is at. So there are other notable hikes nearby in Santa Barbara or Montecito. One of them is going to be the Hot Springs Trail, which is one I haven't covered yet. And two I've covered are the Seven Falls Trail and Montecito Peak. So if you want, you can go back and check those hikes out. And once you pass that gate with the tunnel of trees, you're going to see this small meadow along San Ysidro Creek, and you will be opened up with mountain views of the Santa Ynez Mountains. So there are private property homes here, and they are gated off, and you are not allowed to trespass into them. So just watch out for those trail signs. And you're gonna see that road, and that road basically just leads people up into their homes, but the trail is right next to the road, and you can't see the Pacific Coast Ocean from a distance. And you are going to be met with these nice cascades along the hike. And up there you can see a house right there. And you're going to see a lot of these trail signs along the hike just to kind of guide you in the right direction. And there is a lot of greenery on this hike. A lot of grass, a lot of oak trees, a lot of brush. So you're going to get a lot of greenery. And the trail, for the most part, is pretty well paved. And you're going to see this right here where there's going to be a right and there's going to be a straight. But you're just going to go straight past that fence. Once you go past that fence, you're going to be back on the canyon, and you're going to get opened up with these scenic mountain views along San Ysidro Creek. So you can see we're starting to gain some elevation here, and you can just see some nice cascades flowing down. So you're going to get many great photo opportunities here, many great Instagram, TikTok reels to create here. And you could see a dried up water coming down to this rock. Obviously it's not there anymore because it's dried up. And you could see the incline gain right here as we make our way up the side of this trail. And you can see a nice waterfall coming down that creek right there. And you can see more elevation gain on this hike. Just a beautiful trail to do. And another little creek crossing. And I realized I had to do this hike as soon as I can, at least before April or May. because I know this waterfall is going to dry up. So I have to do these while I can. And you're going to cross this creek right here. You're going to reach this point. It's going to be a left and a right. You're going to go past where that board was at. And you're going to be met with oak trees. And you're going to turn around the corner right here. And you're going to see cascades coming down through the Ysidro Creek. So the whole way through this hike, you're just going to get met with natural beauty. And a dead rat. I believe that's a tree rat, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a fallen tree right here. So there was some fire damage not too long ago. I believe it was about 1 or 2 years ago that this trail was damaged. So later on in the site, you're going to see some more fire damage or evidence of fire damage. And the trail will just start to narrow. And right here, you're going to be met with these nice views, this little opening along the tree. And from a distance, you can't really see it in the video, but there's the Pacific Ocean there. And this is where the fallen trees are at, and you got to climb over them. So it's not too bad. The damage wasn't severe, but it's still noticeable in some parts of the trail. And right here, you just get this nice shot along this cliff edge. And when you turn the corner, you're just met with more views. Just be careful not to get too close or you could fall over. So we're pretty high up at this point. We're definitely gaining some elevation. And this is just one of many creek crossings I had to do on this hike. And here you could just stop, relax, and listen to the sounds of the creek as you make your way up to the hike. And you're going to turn your way around these switchbacks. So we're not too far from Ysidro Falls. And you can see another waterfall coming down. However, I did have to cut this hike short. I was originally going to go all the way to the other side of the parking lot, or where the trail ends. But my drone crashed, so I had to stop the hike. Luckily, I did get the waterfall when I was doing this hike. So there's that. And you'll see this rail on the way up to the hike. You don't necessarily need it to hold on, but they have it there. And you can just see some of the clouds forming up above the mountains. So we are actually not too far from the hike I did about 2 weeks ago, which was Montecito Peak, and some rock climbing you gotta do. And that is another hike I definitely recommend you try out. More rock climbing as we make our way up through this hike. And you just get met with more views the further you get on this trail. And you can see a switchback right there. So we have to cross another creek, which is going to be this one, to get to that side right there, which will take us to Ysidro Falls. So we are actually approaching it, and some tree damage right there. And we have arrived, Ysidro Falls. Like I said, you could continue on further through this hike, but my drone crashed into a tree, and luckily I was able to find it. So I actually have to get that repaired or fixed. Unfortunately, it sucks because that was a brand new drone, but it is what it is, and you can see the ocean from a distance. I hope you enjoyed this hike. Don't forget to like and subscribe.